Now after 4 rounds, Indiana leads 3-2. Michigan State again needing to make this to stay alive in the NCAA tournament. Giuseppe Baroni approaching the kick. Muse in net. And it's saved! The quest for 9 continues! The crowd rushes the field here at Jerry Yeagley Field. The Indiana Hoosiers are off to the College Cup in Philadelphia.
They're only part of the way there, as they now have the opportunity to win the 9th national championship in Philadelphia.
And you look at this team and at this program, a historic program, now with 19 College Cup appearances, 8 national championships, and you look at this team and the records they've broken all year, the defensive back line with the most consecutive scoreless minutes they've had in a long time, over 966 scoreless minutes, only giving up 6 goals on the year. This freshman class making such a strong impact. Mason Toye with 10 goals on the season, Griffin Dorsey playing out wide, and the camaraderie and the chemistry coming all together at the perfect moments for the number 2 team in the nation, behind the backs of Grant Lillard, the captain, the Mac Herman Trophy watch list semifinalist, and behind the back of Todd Yeagley, the historic Hall of Fame coach, as Indiana heads to the College Cup.
Now, you mentioned how goofy of a bunch you guys have. After every goal, you guys are celebrating, and you're scoring a lot. Yeah. 5th most in the nation at this point. Griff said you're the one who organized a lot of these dance celebrations. Is that true?
Yeah, I would say that.
So how many of these you got in your arsenal?
We got some more coming.
Okay.
We got some more coming.
Now, can you run me through a few of the ones you guys have already done?
Okay, so Griff, he scored his first goal, I think, the first weekend, and then he went on a kind of stalemate for a little while. But Griff's one of the best attackers in the country, hands down. And I was like, one day I was like, Griff, come look at this dance. He was like, what is it, Shotty? I was like, and so obviously Weddy was here last year, and Weddy put me on to a lot of English music, and the name of the dance is the lean and bop. It's basically you're just leaning and bopping. Lean and bop, lean and bop. And it's simple, but that's something I showed Griff, and Griff started to giggle. I was like, you like that? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay, next goal you score, we're doing that. He scored, we did that. Then we got the Hotline Bling, which is like Drake's dance.
Yeah, everyone's got that down.
Drake and Griezmann.
Of course.
So I've been doing that a lot because I like that. Then Mason has his Millie Rock, which is Mason likes that. So I don't.
You don't touch him with that.
I don't touch him with that. But we gotta switch it up a little bit. I think we gotta score some more goals and get some new dances for sure.
And then you and Corey, I believe on your first goal of the season, you had this kind of move here.
So that was totally impromptu. Like, we did not make that up.
You impromptu both had the same exact answer.
Yes, that was, I still look at that goal, like we still laugh about it because we did not know what we were doing, but it looked perfect, but we were hoping that's how it would look.
Are you the best dancer on the team?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, hands down. We got some robots on this team. This team has a lot of robots.
Like who? Who are we calling out?
Frankie. Frankie cannot dance. Frankie cannot dance. Who else? I don't know, man. We have robots, but we're getting better.
Okay.
Regular season, it's a time to like clean up all our mistakes.
And then postseason play. Clean as
dance. We are gonna. Oh my gosh, they're gonna sign us.
You ever get rickrolled? Rickrolled, you know, did you ever click on a YouTube video with this extremely intriguing headline that gets your hopes up and then you somehow find yourself watching a Rick Astley music video from 1987? Yeah, rickrolled. Everyone has had to listen to I'm Never Gonna Give You Up at least once. Now imagine getting rickrolled over and over and over and over. And should I do it one more time? Should I do it one more time? I'm going to do it one more time. And over again. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what it feels like to watch IU football. The interesting title on a YouTube video, that's Indiana's chances against a ranked opponent. As much as you want to believe, it is almost inevitable that it will never happen. Indiana football could be in the best place that it has been in 25 years. Tom Allen's enthusiasm is infectious. Fans are excited about the potential of the program, and yet the tale is always the same. This past Saturday, Indiana hung with Michigan State on the road until crumbling at the very end to lose 17-9. They provided a challenge, but nothing more. Today we ask, what is the current status of Indiana football? And when is providing just a challenge not enough?
Now, you're a part of a special era here at Indiana basketball with Archie Miller starting up here at the program. What's it like? What have you seen? And what's it been like under Archie?
It's been a lot different, of course, just getting used to all the new coaching staffs, all their tendencies and things like that. But I think it's been good so far. Everybody's really bought into it. And I think just everybody sticking together with each other really helped us get through it.
Now, lastly, you're an upperclassman. Do you feel like a leader now? Do you take that responsibility?
Yes, especially with Colin being out last year, realizing that I couldn't wait to, I guess, take that leadership role. But now that I put myself in the mold, I think I should do it. Having Colin back as well, I think that just makes the team even better.
Well, absolutely. Thank you very much, Juwan. Back to you guys.
Luckily, it went in, so.
I mean, you shot that from about, what, 30 feet away almost? Is that something you practice a lot, or do you have the expectations that's going to go in?
I practice it a little bit. Obviously, Coach Yeagley wants me to be in the box. He doesn't want to be shooting, 30-yard shots all the time.
And lastly, something you do after pretty much every goal is you break out and dance. Everyone in the team does. Yeah. Just how much fun are you guys having? And was that a Millie Rock?
It was. Yeah, it was a Millie Rock. My brother and I and just a lot of my friends back home, that's our dance, so it's kind of just a shout-out to them. But, yeah, we're having a ton of fun. Obviously, tonight, even though we got the 4-0 win, it still needs to be a lot better, a lot cleaner.
How close are you with your parents?
Very close. Extremely close.
How do you stay in contact with them?
WhatsApp. Do you know what's WhatsApp?
Yeah, I know WhatsApp.
Yeah. WhatsApp. My dad, he doesn't have an iPhone, so I can't FaceTime him, but, yeah, WhatsApp.
Have they ever been to the States?
Yeah, I got a lot of family up in the States actually, so my parents have been here a lot. My dad is gonna actually come up for senior night, so that'll be cool.
Mm-hmm. How much of your parents' impact do you think influenced just your level of energy and positivity?
100%, 150%. As I said, man, every single day, no matter if it's raining, whether it's sunny, it could be snowing, I could be having the worst day. I just gotta believe that I am blessed and I could put a smile on somebody else's face, because you never know what other people are going through. If they see a smile on my face, it might brighten up their day. And to me, that's what it's all about, team.
Now, you mentioned Mason. Do you have like sort of a mentorship relationship with him at all?
Yeah, Mason and Thomas. They're my two little bros. I love them to death.
You were last one out. Is that normal?
Yeah, on days like this, like right after games, when like the starting 11, they obviously leave early. Mm-hmm. Most days I'd say I'm the last one out.
You're part of that defensive line that has 7 shutouts in their first 9 games this season. What has made your defense so impressive this year?
I think just our confidence. Grant and Timmy are probably 2 best center backs in the country.
Last season, you guys played Notre Dame, and you guys lost 4-0 on the road at South Bend. How much do you guys have that in your mind, and how much does it feel like it's almost revenge tonight?
I was thinking about this game ever since we lost 4-0. This is probably the best win of the season so far.
And lastly, the team's #1 in the country. You just beat Notre Dame. What's the team's confidence level right now?
Sky high. Still we got half a season left, but we're having fun. We're keeping it light, and we're just ready to keep getting after it.
All right. Thank you very much, Andrew. Back to you guys.
Soccer is ready to arrive in America. You know what that is? A blatant lie. In this country, soccer is nowhere near the relevancy that it aspires to. Soccer is nowhere near the relevancy it truly deserves, and in my opinion, it won't be until we see a drastic change. A change that appears to be driven by one man, former U.S. men's national team legend and current Fox Sports analyst Alexi Lawless. A few weeks ago, Alexi Lawless may have just sparked a revolution in how we cover soccer in this country. A revolution based on a culture of accountability. A few weeks ago, Lawless turned to the camera and sent a message that really never has been sent before. He called upon the players of the U.S. men's national team to be better. He pointed at all-stars like Michael Bradley and Clint Dempsey and told them to go beyond their comfort zone. He pushed Josie Altidore and Jeff Cameron to reach a new level. He even called upon wonder kid Christian Pulisic. He did all of that in the hopes that this generation of soccer players wouldn't squander years of progress by missing the 2018 World Cup. So today, we ask,
You've been through a lot prior to coming to Indiana. What makes you feel like you're prepared for this program?
Well, I think the last 15 years I've been training high-level athletes, whether it's an NBA player, a Major League Baseball player, or an NFL player.
I heard Max mention those golden jerseys, and I thought I'd come in here and bring a little bit more to that. Archie Miller actually got that idea back in 2009 when he was an assistant coach for his brother, Sean Miller, at Arizona. And it was Archie's job to keep track of all the players, keep track of the points. And he would actually have conversations with guys every week. Anybody who wanted more minutes in the game, they come with complaints, and Archie would just say, look at the points you've accumulated this week. Not enough for me to say you should be a starter. So that's the way he's going to bring that accountability here to the Hoosiers as we see Devontae Green earn that gold jersey this week. And as a reward, Devontae Green doesn't have to run sprints. Back to you guys.
you recently sent Griffin Dorsey abroad to play in Spain for the U18 team. Just how excited are you for him, and how vital is this experience for his development?
He'll come back really confident. I mean, anytime
Look now moving forward after this win, we're going back into Big Ten play.
You should look for a team that's buzzing with confidence, of course, playing on all cylinders, number one in the country, and ready to put their big boy pants on. Because quite literally, these are the most vital parts of the season. Indiana's been challenged. They've played Notre Dame. They've played tough opponents. But now you come up against a ranked Ohio State in the Big Ten, a ranked Kentucky, a ranked Wisconsin, a ranked Michigan State, all in the Big Ten, currently ahead of the Hoosiers in the standings. Indiana has to make up ground solely because of just their early draws to Michigan and Maryland, which is just bad luck, seemingly. And they're going to have to really, 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 really come out there and continue to show what they've been showing so far this season. And stylistically, how are you looking to match up against Rutgers?
Rutgers is talented. They're very good going forward. They're good in transition. They're athletic.
And then lastly, looking at just the grand scheme of things, you guys have been in the top 5 of the rankings for the past couple of weeks. How does your team handle high expectations?
Well, they come here with that. I mean, it doesn't matter if we're ranked or unranked.
Indiana has no idea whether they have an offensive line that's competent, whether they have a running back that can actually run the ball against a competent defense, or whether they have a quarterback, because they've got 2 and no one knows which one will work.
The fact, is Joe Flacco elite? But that really just begs, what makes a quarterback elite? Eddie, I know that you have some opinions on this.
Personally, I look at rings immediately. You have to look at what you've accomplished, what you've done, and what you can do for a franchise. And we looked at only those 3 names in your monologue to start: Breeze, Brady, Rodgers. Those are the only 3 names that really come out there and say, you know, we're going to be with this franchise for at least 10 years, and we're going to lead them to greatness almost every year. And there's just this gap and lack of talent throughout the NFL at the quarterback position that's concerning for the future of the league, because if you're going to maintain a league based on this most important position, how are you going to do it with nothing out there?
Yeah.
Champion, hit me, quick.
The Warriors. It's hard to go against the Warriors, it really is. LeBron's still in the league, so you never know.
Exactly. It has to be Golden State.
Has to be Golden State. Now, coming up after the break, our panel will switch the discussion and preview some IU basketball. Stay tuned.
A lot of time against lesser opponents to maybe elevate their game a little bit.
And you mentioned that variety of attacking options, one of which you didn't mention was the goal scorer, Andrew Gutman, who already has 3 goals on the season at left back. And Coach Yeagley said he's the best left back in the country, but how talented does he look on the field? How confident is he?
I mean, he really embodies what Indiana wants out of a fullback. Push up the field, push up those flanks, get crosses into the box.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Yeagley, coming off those 2 wins to start the season. just in general, what are the takeaways you got out of those first 2 matchups?
One, I think we're going to be pretty darn good defensively. We returned some really experienced players in the middle of the field.
And you mentioned Mason Toy's 2 goals. Just how confident does he look out there on the pitch? Just only a freshman leading the team with 8 goals already.
Yeah, he's just flying right now. And
I'm here with Indiana infielder Tony Butler. Now, another big performance here for the Hoosiers. You guys have won 10 out of your last 11. What have you guys been doing so well, and what's the team mentality right now?
You know, I think.
And Ryan Sierakowski approaches the first shot of the penalty kicks for Michigan State. Sierakowski, the only player on Michigan State to have taken PKs this year during the regular season. All Big Ten second team. And it's off the post, off a save from Trey Muse. Now first up for Indiana, the captain, center defensive midfielder Frankie Moore. He's taken 3 penalty kicks all year, made all 3 right down the middle. See how he approaches this time. Moore, back in the net. 1-0 Indiana. 1-1 in PKs, the final part of the second round for Reese Buckmaster, who approaches. Reese Buckmaster, the converted midfielder who's played right back all year. No goals on the year, but 6 assists. And he scores! Indiana with the 2-1 lead in the second round. Indiana leads the PKs 2-1 in the third round. Trey Muse, the freshman, has been impeccable all season in net for Indiana. Coming up against Brad Zentala, one of the captains for Michigan State, the senior. It's saved by Muse! Now Mason Toy, the freshman, with an opportunity to seal this PK shootout and send Indiana to Philadelphia in the College Cup. The freshman with 10 goals on the season. And it's saved by Jimmy Haig and out of play. The Big Ten goalkeeper of the year coming up big time. Jones. Back to Ken Krolicki, who sends this one into the box. A quick header and a quick finish for the Spartans, and Ryan Sierakowski putting Michigan State up 1-0. The first time the Indiana Hoosiers have trailed all season. That's an aggressive sentiment, but it's a true sentiment after Ryan Sierakowski, and could we have expected anyone else, finishes that one for his 9th goal of the season as he leads the Michigan State Spartans. And Jacob, what does Indiana do now? How do they change their approach?
Well, obviously, I was going to mention before that goal how the first 10 minutes of every game are so important for both teams.
And then Toy maintains control and clears it out. Barone back on the ball. Makes 1 move, 2 moves, cuts inside, chips it forward to the far post, but no one is there for Sparty. Another huge opportunity for Michigan State, really starting to build momentum.
That's a really dangerous ball right there. Been able to break towards that corner.
Chipped up to Toy. He can't keep it. Thomas now. Play starting to stall a little bit as both teams getting what seems to be a little tired. Dorsey now, cutting into the box. He's gonna give it a rip from his left foot. Off the rebound is Toy, and that's parried away once again by the Big Ten goalkeeper of the year.
But the job is not done for this Michigan State back line as Indiana has a chance from the corner.
Toy now with the in-swinger. To the near post, Gutman off the post and cleared out. And the frustration in the face of Andrew Gutman, who just could not find the back of the net.
You can hear the crowd just going in all at this one. Hits the back post, have a lot of confidence, as they also had a chip on their shoulder. They wanted to win that regular season matchup.
Glass with a beautiful cross in the box. Can't find Toy, but Dorsey's still there. Miss one freshman, find the other. Buckmaster now at the Big Ten logo. Up to Poncho, chip forward for Thomas. He's got space in the box. A low shot deflected out by Haig. Gutman now to Lillard. Up to Glass, who's gonna look to send in another cross. Tries to find Toy, and that's cleared out. Throw into Poncho, chips it above his defender, and it's cleared out. And Michigan State can look to counter if they want, but Gutman with a key turnover. Gutman now looking to the far post. Above everyone's head, and now Dorsey can control. Buckmaster at the logo. Far post to Grant Lillard, who gets up there and knocks it out of play. Seems like every time Grant Lillard can get his head on the ball, I get a little excited.
Going Coach Yeagley, playing to the strengths of the team right now.
Riding that hot hand is now Hunter Baroni, also checks in for Michigan State for Pimlott. In swinger to the near post, finds the back of the net! The Indiana Hoosiers tie it 1-1 with 30:38 left to go.
We'll see it here. Trevor Swartz, no one touched that ball. Trevor Swartz just scored from the corner.
With 47 seconds left to go in this extra time. Score knotted up 1-1. And with Philadelphia and the College Cup on the line. Sierakowski above the ball, as well as Corrigan. The two setting up for this set piece with Philadelphia at their feet. Sierakowski knocks it into the wall, it's cleared out. Corrigan outside the foot cross into the box, and Buckmaster clears it out. 39 seconds left to go. Gutman heads that up. Baroni with a chance to volley it. He controls it, brings it down. Tensions rise as the ball bounces around the top of the box. Corrigan with a chance to cross it into the far post. Thomas gets taken down from behind by Brad Santala. And the clock will tick down here as we approach the end of the first period of extra time.
Just such a warm security blanket.
Now Dorsey sends this cross into the near post, but cannot find the head of Mason Toy as that's played out by Stoiver. But again, Dorsey has really been the huge attack element for the Indiana Hoosiers as this is played in forward for him again. He finds Toy, who finds the back of the net. The freshman connection puts the Hoosiers up 2 here with 26 left to go in the first half.
Here tonight against the University of San Francisco at Bill Armstrong Stadium. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Kate. Now, Luke, those are certainly some lofty expectations for the season. Are they justified for this team?
I believe those expectations are absolutely justified. I mean, Indiana is a program with 8 national championships, 18 College Cup, yet to allow a goal. This is going to be a team that can definitely contend for a national championship.
Now, you mentioned those 8 national championships. San Francisco, an historic program of their own with 4 national championships. What should be the expectations for Eddie Soto's program going into this season?
Well, for the Dons, they really want to win their conference championship. Go.
Mason Toy now plays it forward for Griffin Dorsey out wide on this near side. Dorsey going to use his speed with a low cross in the box, and that's perfectly cleared away, giving an opportunity for San Francisco to work on this counter. A huge opportunity there, and you just see that blazing pace from Griffin Dorsey out wide. An exclusion now on Valerie Spezzaferi. So Indiana will be working the power play, the pass out to the wing, and the quick shot there, and a great finish right under the arm of Lena Medeiros. And Indiana will take the 5-0 lead with 6:39 left to go in this second quarter. And they're going to try and work around the wing to Nkuzi. The key here on the power play is not finding the first shot opportunity, but finding the best. You have one more girl in the pool than the other team. Take advantage. And the shot comes from the wing, straight off the hand of Sarah Young and into the back of the net. And the Hoosiers will extend their lead. Passed around the point now. Plenty of fake shots and a nice deflection there from Cal Baptist. As the 2 sophomores, Lizette Perez and Abby Auer, collapsed in on that shot. And now on the counter is Cal Baptist. Anna Eubanks trying to find space. And we'll see a foul called there. Back to the wing and Eubanks. She takes the shot and finds the right side of Gaudreau. And that's going to be a needed goal for Cal Baptist. Cal Baptist trying to work it just around the point, trying to find a shot opportunity, but with 6 seconds left in the shot clock, they're going to take that long lob-like shot that almost found its way to the back of the net, but Gaudreau was ready for it, and Indiana now has 20 seconds to count. Joel Nkuzi with the quick shot and the quick score. Nkuzi finding the back of the net, and boy, oh boy, she is establishing herself early on as a superstar in the pool. You talk about pageantry, how about jumping over the Big Ten Coach of the Year last year?
Impressive. I don't actually know how tall Tom Crean is.
Oh,
They don't have it on the roster.
If we could figure that out, that would add to the analysis. Also, don't forget the ducked head.
The ducked head, that is true.